about judgment, we're about science. Yes, vaccines are good, and no, they don't cause...
That's the blue pill. And I've got a red one if you want to see the facts and a totally different side of the story.
Hey guys, so I came across this guy on Instagram and I saw he wasn't vaccinating his children, so I asked him what his opinion on vaccines was. So he sent me this video and I thought I would make a video about it, mainly because he was kind of rude to me. I'll show you the chat in a second. I mean, what the fuck? I am fucking asking for your fucking opinion and you're fucking being rude about it. So yeah, let's get into it. It's his problem now.
Dexter! Come here! Dexter! What's up? My name's Shane Ellison. I'm known as the People's Chemist, and my main job is to help people ditch the meds so they can live a healthier, more active lifestyle.
Okay, so right into the video, you know, I'm pretty on board. Okay, nutrition, whatever. Let's continue.
Most people don't know this. In nature, a lot of things have handedness, and a lot of medicines have a right-hand version and a left-hand version. My job was to figure out how to selectively make either the right hand or the left hand to get my master's degree in organic chemistry. I loved it. I was super passionate about it, and
In the next part of the video, he goes on to explain his family life, so his children and such. So for the sake of them, I'm not gonna play that part of the video, and I'll skip to the later part.
She was full of life. Active, did everything. I mean, we worked our asses off to get our first house.
her mom got the MMR shot, and weeks later started having pain in her joints. What was life like then after the shot?
Within 6 months, she could feel in her wrists that something was wrong. She was getting weak in her wrists. Now, would she have got rheumatoid arthritis eventually? Her brother did, but not till he was in his late 50s.
Basically what he goes on to say, and this part I kind of do agree with, is that his wife's mother got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease right after getting an MMR shot. Now, there is a correlation between that, since autoimmune diseases lay dormant in the body and have to be activated by some external components such as vaccines, and that is stated as one of the side effects, but it's only for like a really small percentage of the population.
And I've got access to all the greatest chemistry libraries in the world. So I started looking into it. Going down that research trail, I found that MMR shot, bam, side effect, rheumatoid arthritis, aka autoimmune disease. Rheumatoid arthritis was a result of vaccines causing her immune system to attack her joints. And it's not hard to understand why. There's various human-like proteins in vaccines that come from aborted chicken fetuses, eggs, and even cows. Once injected through the skin, they get caught up in the body and confuse the immune system, and it begins attacking healthy cells, tissues, and organs from the inside.
Well, I'm not a doctor, so please don't quote me on this, but after one Google search, I found out that the exact cause of an autoimmune disease is actually unknown, but all that it is known is that it can be activated by external components that confuse the immune system. So this kind of disproves his argument, because it doesn't necessarily mean that it can be activated by a vaccine. It can be activated by basically any component such as food, you know, smoking, alcohol. These are all factors that can contribute to an autoimmune disease activating.
This explains the massive rise in autoimmune disorders like type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, Guillain-Barré syndrome, allergies, and Hashimoto disease. All of these are likely caused by vaccine ingredients, animal proteins being injected into our helpless children.
Use the word rise, you also do have to factor in the fact that the population has grown, and by that I mean modern medication that allows people with also unfavorable traits that can also be transmitted genetically from kin to kin to survive and, you know, reproduce. So that can also contribute to this thing, and not only vaccines, although I'm sure that also has contributed to some of these things, since a lot more people have been vaccinated than like 150 years ago. Moving on to the diabetes side of things. In a study conducted between 1988 and the year 2000, they found that in 20,000 kids that received a particular vaccine and 20,000 others that did not receive this vaccine, the results were indistinguishable in kids getting diabetes. So I don't know where he's fucking getting this information from, because it's bullshit.
Here's the National Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. Vaccines, like any medicines, can cause side effects.
No shit, dipshit. Anybody can be allergic to anything. Anybody can have a fucking autoimmune disease. Anybody can fucking have anything at this point. But it's such a minor portion of a population that it's still worth doing vaccines.
Safe and effective for everyone. So the goal of a vaccine is to jab you with a little bit infection and hope that your immune system mounts a defense.
Now, he does use the word hope very strongly, since the percentage that you have an allergic reaction to a vaccine is of about 0.0001%, or about 1 in a million doses.
It's actually weakening the immune system. Does every single kid suffer from a vaccine side effect? Of course not. Yet there is a $5 billion fund that's set aside for people who are harmed. So you have to question, what's the other side of the story? Your body has infant immunity, innate immunity, and it has adaptive immunity. They're hoping that your system sets off this army of defenders known as antibodies to fight off the infection. Adaptive immunity only works when you're exposed to pathogens through your eyes, nose, or mouth. That's when you mount this immune response.
Bruh, has this guy ever taken a biology class? Because I mean, for a guy who wants to go against vaccines, he doesn't really know anything about them or anything about viruses. And I probably don't know a lot about viruses. I'm fucking in high school. And shit, I know that vaccines are deposited in the blood where white blood cells are, aka antibodies. So what the fuck are you saying, bro?
Every vaccine has lots of different shit in it, anywhere from aluminum to different forms of mercury. Mercury, huge toxin in select flu vaccines. When you run the math and you look at the safe upper limits of mercury exposure, flu vaccines, according to the World Health Organization, have 55 times the safe upper limit.
Almost all vaccines don't have mercury anymore, and even the ones that still do have a really small percentage, because otherwise you'd literally be seeing side effects in everyday people every day, which you don't. So that just literally disproves your whole argument. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave it here. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. That is much appreciated. Also, thank you so much to Verzon for supplying this CSGO gameplay, because I'm fucking terrible at CSGO. So big shout out to him, even though he has more subscribers than me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.